Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? I'm your cooking, sipping grandma, and I'm back here on this nice, beautiful fall evening, and I'm gonna roast some tomatoes. Right now, I'm sipping on a nice Chardonnay. I had it slightly chilled. I've been sipping on it for a minute. Mmm, refreshing. Now this is a dish, roasted tomatoes that really don't take much time. However, I want to tell y'all something about tomatoes. When I went into the grocer, I noticed that there's just rows and rows of tomatoes. Now we're talking about the tomatoes that you find in most of your local groceries, Walmart, Target, or whatever. So I'm going to give you a rundown on some of the tomatoes, and then we're going to get to creating the dish. Now, I have them laid out on a tray here, and I'm going to start on this side. This is your beef tomato. This is the one commonly sold in most groceries that most people buy. They often put them on sandwiches and whatever. Truly, to me, they really, when it comes to flavor, they don't have much of a tomato flavor. We've just got so accustomed to putting them on there. I don't think we even look for the taste anymore. The other one, now when you look at the beef tomato, it has a back like that, and then you have your fine vine tomato, has the stem on it. Your vine tomatoes, they are pretty much not too different from your beef tomato. However, you can find them a little bit more juicy, plump, or whatever, but they're pretty much, to me, in the same category. Now, you have your Roma tomato. I'm not too it has a good flavor. It's not bad. It's a little bit juicier. They come in more of a oval kind of shape, and you get a thick grain in them, which I don't necessarily like that all the time. And then there's the tomato that I call the ugly tomato. Now that's the tomato you find that is the wrinkled one. I think it's called the Santorini, but I've always just called it the ugly tomato. Well, don't be fooled by its ugliness. Look, it's juicy, moist, flavorful. For me, most of the time in your grocer, that is the best tasting tomato that you're going to find. It's very good, it's very juicy, it's very sweet, they're big, they slice well. Now, you have also your tomatoes that are the ones that are small, and you can't see those very well, so I'm going to sit that down. You have the tomatoes that come, your Petite Medley tomatoes, and they come in your case like this, and you could get them in different colors and whatever, or you could just get the Petite regular size. Now, these are supposed to be kind of year-round snacking tomatoes. They're colorful, they're flavorful, they're delicious. I like these. I think these are a great tomato to buy and a great one to roast. When you cook them, they kind of heat and the inside gets moist. It kind of pops, so you can let them come to a pop. You can cook them until they pop, or you cook them till right before they pop in one of your dishes, and you add that additional flavor and burst in your mouth with certain dishes that I do, and I'm going to do one with these very soon. Now, you have my favorite, most delicious, most tasty, most sweet, that's your cherry tomato. They're very good, very sweet. They taste like a tomato. We just don't like the tomato because they're so small unless we put them in a salad. You also have to be very careful with them if you're gonna put them in a dish for your grandbabies and children. Make sure you slice them a little bit. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the tomatoes that we have already cut, and I'm going to whip up some for roasting. Now, the first thing you want to do is to set your oven on 425. Preheat. Preheat is always good. Sometimes you start a cold oven, but we need to preheat. Okay, the San Marzano is a black olive. It comes in maybe this kind of color. I can't pronounce a lot of words. Sorry about that. Marzano. Look it up. That's why they say Google it today. Check that out. Now that's kind of a greenish red, but they come tomatoes, black, purple, all colors. You need to look them up and see them from all over the world. You could order some of them online so you could taste and get the flavor. Because once you get a good tomato, you don't want to go back, but you will, because they get expensive. Now, the beefy tomato is normally what people buy, and normally it's the less expensive tomato. These run about $2-3 something a pound, and but they're flavorful and they're good. So now let's get started on these roasted tomatoes. We're gonna get them in the oven really, really quick. Want you to listen to me. You get your olive oil. Now I don't want too much of it. I'm not gonna use all this, but I'm gonna say put about 2 to 3. Put about a tablespoon. Enough to cover. I don't know what to say to y'all. Shoot, I don't do that. I don't do all that measure. Now get you about a tablespoon of fresh minced garlic and put that in there. And I have some salt here. It's flake salt. Put some of that in there. All right, and then I have some black pepper. I have it cracked. Put some of that in there. Don't put it all in there because we're going to sprinkle some on the top. I want you to take your tomatoes that you are going to use and I want you to put them all in the bowl. So I have some over here. Let me look at my tomatoes. I have some over here, see? I'm going to put all of those in here. Then I'm going to take the tomatoes that I'm going to use. These are your Medley. What I have is a mix of Medley, and I'm going to take my red tomatoes and try to keep my hair out the way, but I'm not putting it up because I'm going to go sit down. Put my cherry tomatoes in there. So we have a mix of Medley tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. We've added some olive oil, fresh minced garlic, a little bit of flaked salt, cracked peppercorns, and I have over here some Italian parsley. We're going to use that last, and we're also going to sprinkle on some of this, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Get yourself a pan, non-stick preferably if you like. See how that looks? After you toss these in the olive oil, use your hand. See? Just toss them, till they're fully covered. See those? Oh, look at that. Don't it look good? Smell good already too, y'all. All right. Once you get that out there and you get those tossed there, I want you to take them and put them on your pan. Make sure you get all your juices out there with them, all your garlic. Some people like to just put it on there, sprinkle it, drizzle it on, that's fine. I like to mix mine, try to get it all in there, and then I like to roll them around on the pan. I just like the feel of it, I think. I love cooking, I love the mess, and it puts a little bit more love in it for me. So, let me get there. I don't want to put my hair in it because that ain't love, although my husband don't care, and that's all who's going to eat it. But we're going to try to avoid that. Always be clean and neat, my grandbabies. All right. See how we got those? I'm just rolling them around so we can get them oil covered on the pan. And be real careful. All right. All right, now that I have those spread out, I'm going to take a few of these that I already have cut over here, and I'm going to put them in the middle. Why? Because I have them cut, and I'm not going to waste them. And what can you do with your roasted tomatoes? Well, you can put them on top of excuse me, guys. You can put them on top of a salad, spaghetti, pasta. You can add them to your pasta. Now, when I cut this wrinkly tomato, the ugly one, the Santorini, whatever, read my daggone recipe. I cut them pretty thick because I want a really thick, juicy piece of that one. So I put those a little thick there. So you just put it down here. Now, what's your cooking time for this? Is about 20 minutes. That's it. So in the 20 minutes, I'm going to go sit down, enjoy myself, see what them Phillies doing, because I think it's the baseball game. Yeah, you know my 49ers didn't go nowhere. My husband Falcons didn't go nowhere. But I'm going to give a shout out to my nephew T up there in Philadelphia. Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, Kelly? Hey, Philly doing it. That's my home. So, hey, once my 49ers gone, because you know I travel. Once the Falcons, because you know, my husband, got to go with him. But once they out, it's all about Philly. And I'm glad y'all kicking tail. Just smile. All right, we almost got these tomatoes up in here. Now, I thought about baking that one, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just wait. I think I want a couple more little cherry tomatoes, so I'm going to grab them over there, and I'm going to toss them over here in this oil that's still left in here that I don't want to leave. Don't worry if you drop stuff, mess with stuff in your home. It's all about you, baby. Yeah, let me wipe my hand. For all that oil. I love fall most of all. You know, you go to the store, you can't even find nothing on fall no more. What's up with that? Fall is the season of understanding nature and life as well as without nature, honey, you don't understand that. We need fall. The leaves change colors, things go away and it come back refreshed and anew. Remind you of God in the resurrection. Anyway, that's up to y'all. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit more of these salt flakes. And I'm going to do like that. And put that on there. Put that on there. Put that on there. Then I'm going to take the rest of my black peppercorn. I'm going to put that on there. Put that on there. Let me just sprinkle that like that. I like to get the peppercorn really good on my thicker tomatoes. That's what I got those for. And then I'm going to get some regular peppercorn seeds, and I'm going to roll this and just put some on my other one. There you go. My hands don't act like they want to get all oily, right? All right, now that we got that, and everything's in the oven, let me wash my hands. Y'all know I love to do that. Then I'm going to take some of our fresh, happy fall, y'all. I'm going to take some of our fresh Italian parsley there. And I'm just going to take that, put it a little bit of that, and just make sure you have it kind of torn up and sprinkle it on the top. All right. It smells good. Italian parsley smells good. Just get it on there so I can get that flavor. Now, what I'm going to do is add a little touch because I want mine to be a little spicy, heat, and sweet kind of, you know. So what I got me here is some blazing bourbon sweet heat. And I'm going to sprinkle me some of that on there. This is optional. You can sprinkle anything you want on it. Just think about what you like, what you want to put it with. You know, what your, what your dish is. You know, if you got a Mexican dish, you might want to use some cilantro. If you have, you know, basil always goes well with an Italian dish. If you're going to do a steak and you want them to be on the side as a vegetable, you know, do what you need to flavor it to fit your dish. Okay, now that I have that on there, we're going to take our tomatoes, and we're going to put them in the oven for 20 minutes. And we're going to let them roast until they pop. Yeah, pop goes the weasel. So, get this stuff out of our way. We're going to pop it in this oven. The oven is already hot. I'm going to put mine on the mid to low shelf. It's at 425, preheated. I'm going to go to my microwave. I'm going to put my cook time at 15 minutes. Why 15 minutes? Because I got a mix up in there. Ooh, that ain't making no sense right there. Cancel off. Timer 15:00. Start. That way I'll come back and check on this. After I check on it, I'm going to make sure that they popped, and I want them to get kind of burnt. They call it caramelized, but I want them to roast a little bit where they, you get a few black dots on the top of it, something like that. You know what I'm saying? You've been out, you done seen it. But those babies going to come out good. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. Yeah, you could add a little brandy. You could add a little red or white wine according to what you're eating it with. Oh, it would be great if you put those in some white wine. Take a white wine, Chardonnay, Pinot, something like that. Rise it, pour a little bit of that in there. Let it simmer. Put that over some pasta. I bet that'd be good. I don't know everything, but I do know that gonna be good. Because good is what you put together to get your taste buds to hopping. All right, so we're gonna let that cook for 20 minutes, and I'll be back to see y'all. It's been 20 minutes, y'all. Let's get this thing out the oven. Let's see what it look like. Honey, oh, they smell good. Oh, they well roasted. Oh, roasted tomatoes. Oh, check that out, y'all. Smell good. Once you get your tomatoes out the oven, make sure that you turn your oven off, clear off, turn your oven off. Oh my, that smells good. Now, what I want y'all to do when you first take them out, I want you to let them sit for about 5 minutes. Sizzle, come down, do all that. I did that already. Y'all know I did. All right, I want to bring this up to you because I want you to see this caramelized look on this tray. You're going to get some burnt marks. You're going to get all kind of stuff, but that's your seasoning gathered together. I always come to show y'all closer. This is terrific. Oh, this smells so good. Now, like I told you, you take these, roasted, oh, delicious tomatoes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You take those, you put those atop some spaghetti, or you take those and you put them on a piece of toast. Get your little cream cheese, put them on a bagel, with a bagel, and make sure, now I've already let these cool down a little bit. Oh, you just take them off. They slide right off. Just, oh, so good. They just slide, oh, this caramelized right here. Oh, that caramelized look on there, some of them. And what I like about them is when you spread them out like this, you get certain ones that are moist, juicy, a bubble burst. Then you get those that are complex. They haven't quite burst yet. And these are snacking tomatoes. I have me a little Roma. I got me one of everything. I don't even know what to get. Y'all see me? Ooh, that look good. I think I'm finna eat these just the way they are. I'm ready to eat. See how they look when you let them roast. Oh yes, good, delicious, see? I love it, I love it, I love it. Roasted tomatoes. Now you could have added some bell peppers, onions, all that to it too, and had you a mixed dish, put them over some nice, fresh greens of any type. Oh, this is delicious. Thanks for coming. It's been my pleasure. I hope this has been helpful to y'all. If so, like, share, and subscribe, and have others come to see me too.